Hey players, I'm back after a little break, and today I'm here to tell you about a super special co-op event contest in Star Wars Battlefront 2 that is open for entries as of yesterday, and I want to give you my best tips, tactics and secrets on how to get a top score to be in with a chance to win it. The Battlefront subreddit is holding the very first of its kind Battlefront 2 co-op combat event. And this couldn't be better timing, what with the game being free to download on the Epic Game Store right now for PC. Hey guys, I'm Iggy Pope, aka your Battle Pope. Don't worry, I've dropped the front from my name, but I haven't dropped the Battlefront from my channel or my heart. That was a cheesy intro, wasn't it? So, the Battlefront subreddit is hosting the very first co-op combat event, which is a tournament for co-op squads to record their absolute highest kill count in co-op on Battlefront 2. And they've partnered up with yours truly, as well as some of the other Star Wars gaming content creators out there to bring you all the details, the best tricks and tactics to win it. Going to the Reddit page, the goal of the event is simple. Form a group of 4 players, hop into co-op, and collectively try to get as many eliminations as possible in a single round. The team that gets the most eliminations will all receive a 12-month EA Play subscription, plus some exclusive Discord roles and Reddit flair. An EA Play subscription, of course, can give you access to some of the best EA games out there, including Jedi Fallen Order. So if you don't have that game, an EA Play subscription will give you access to that game, which is worth entering as it is alone. Content creator Splitscreen has detailed the details of the contest and what you'll need to enter it in a video on his channel, which I'll link below, and I'm going to run you through my personal tactics for acing this game mode. I love this game mode. I love it. I play it a lot. It's my go-to casual. So I've laid down a score that you guys should aim to beat, and here's how I did it. Here are my best tips and tactics for co-op. First off, and this is probably the most important tip, at least as far as I'm concerned, play Empire. Keep it to the original trilogy and play as the Empire. Stick with Empire and you can play the villains that can dominate together as a squad. This playlist also gives you the maps with the best bottlenecking for enemy kills in my opinion, and just the best layouts in general. Those maps are Jabba's Palace, Kessel, Scarif and the Death Star. These are all in this playlist, and those are my go-to maps for a high score. Tip 2. The Marksman Loadout. Whatever your playstyle and loadout for multiplayer is, I recommend swapping it to my Marksman Loadout. This loadout will enable you to essentially shoot continuously as a trooper, whilst also picking up loads of assist eliminations at the same time. And don't forget that assists also count towards your total elimination, which is what you want for this competition. If all 4 of your squads do this, then you will see your eliminations absolutely skyrocket. This loadout will also help you score big, super fast, so you can get enough points in the bag ready for continuous hero play, which is another important factor of this competition. There's only 4 of you versus the AI, so there's no massive competition to get a hero. You will always have a hero slot open, so as long as you have the points stacked up ready, you can just respawn as the hero or villain of your choice again and again and again. The loadout is Marksman Star Card, Improved Scan Dart, and Improved Thermal Detonator with the E11 as the blaster. This of course is for the Assault class. I only use the Assault class in co-op, purely so I can use this loadout, so I can get the hero as quickly as possible, or if I'm playing as a trooper, just continuously get those kills without dying, without needing to reset my heat. So Marksman is the main player here. Get those headshots to get instant cooldowns, meaning you can shoot for as long as you goddamn want and as long as you hit heads. Simple as that. And this is my secret weapon in scoring top in co-op. Use the scan dart to highlight enemies for your entire squad and also pick up assists on any enemy that die whilst being scanned. This is also very important. The thermal detonator is pretty self-explanatory. For those clusters of AIs that come out all at once in tight areas such as Jabba's Palace, real bottleneck placements. The bigger explosive radius, the more eliminations you get. It's that simple. The blaster is also fairly important, although this is more of a personal preference. I use the E11D along with its modifications for range, and I always aim down the sight so I can get those headshots in for my marksman bonus. This isn't the most important thing of the loadout. Go with what you're most comfortable with. I recommend mid-range and automatic fire. Tip 3, because 3 is the magic number. Boss. That's it. That's the tip. No, but seriously, Bosk or Iden Versio for Jabba's Palace, if you're good with the secondary fire, but most of all, just Bosk. All the villains of the original trilogy lineup absolutely slay in co-op, but it's Bosk that can deal damage on both capture points at the same time, whilst also covering any AI spawn points and heal all of his HP from just 1 HP of health. He's just the OP daddy for co-op. And if you're the squad leader, you're gonna want to play as him.
We've only begun.
So if you want to score big, then aim to play as Bosk and make sure you're throwing his Dioxis grenade on one checkpoint, whilst firing his grenades at the other. You'll need an open map for this. Scarif is my pick. Using Bosk's predator sensors, you can essentially wall hack and see where any AI is coming from, enabling you to concentrate fire wherever you're needed. Once you learn those spawn points, you can even lay down your mines in the spawn points, then just sit in between both capture points, dealing damage at the both time, getting spawn kills on unlucky AI as you go. The best map for this, like I said before, is Scarif. You can literally just sit back in between those checkpoints, Dioxis on one checkpoint, grenades on the other. I'll upload my most recent game separately so that you can directly copy this tactic. Do this right and you'll score over eliminations each time easy. Tip 4. Let the rebels capture the points till they get to that last capture point. Don't let those rebels lose early, or you'll miss your chance to score big. It's that simple. This is my main issue because I don't have a full squad to play with because I'm an absolute loner. Or to put it more cool, I'm a lone wolf. But that's not what you want for this. This is a co-op event. And I'm often playing with randoms that will simply not stop killing when we need them to, meaning my overall score suffers. This actually leads me directly into my final tip. Communication. That's right. What a segue that was. Your squad needs a leader. Decide on who leads going in before you play, because someone needs to be able to read the map well enough so that you don't either win the round early or lose. Your entry to this co-op combat event will not qualify if you don't win the round. So communication is an absolute must. If you've got one teammate off comms with fury in his eyes and a trigger-happy finger, he might end up winning you the round early, costing you a winning score. Remember, it's a team effort. The winning team will be the one where all 4 members score high. Tip number 5. The final tip of this video is so important, you simply won't even place without it. You won't even be able to enter without it. I should know, because I failed to make sure that I did this. Sort of a 2 tips in one, but make sure you bring up the scoreboard at the end of the match to show everyone in your squad, to show everybody's score. It's no good waiting for the end of the round screen because in co-op it will only show your score, the individuals, not the squads. And please make sure you record the entire match. That's a rule of the contest and something I actually failed to do on my best scoring co-op game ever. I scored the best score by far in a match where I only recorded the last 15 minutes. I joined late to the game, but the start of when I joined was actually cut off of the whole video, so be careful if you are recording on Xbox or PlayStation, that you're not just recording the last 5 or 10 or 15 minutes. Make sure you're recording the whole match if it runs longer than that. In that match that does not qualify for the competition, I scored 270 eliminations at the final checkpoint alone. My team's total score was 615. 615 eliminations. That's a winning score right there. And if I had had a squad, that's the sort of score I would be laying down into this contest as my entry. As I said before though, I would aim to get at least 300 kills for an entry, as the competition will be tough. Anyway, I hope all these tips help you in your fight, my friends. My current best qualifying match is 303 eliminations, and that's without a squad and in a game that ended early. So, like I said, use that as a target for your first submission, 300 kills, and hopefully with my tips and your squad, you'll be able to ace that score easy and win this competition. Once again, I have the links to the event pages, and you can get the details on the event itself by watching Splitscreen's deconstruction of the rules for the event itself. I am the Battle Pope, Iggy Pope, and may the Force be with you always.